that he blocked me. He blocked me. If I was your girl. Welcome back to my channel. As you already know, it's your girl Q Lachey, and we're back with another video. Girl, please don't be mad at me. Don't give me no attitude. Don't do none of that, please, because I can feel you rolling your eyes. Listen, it was just not for real. Listen, because it was so much going on. I had to take a break. So it's giving very much so like abandonment, and I don't want to put that on you. Okay, that's just a lot to deal with. So I am back. Basically, I took a break from social media. Follow me on Instagram right here, and follow my business page right here. I want to go back even further, all the way back to, I believe, March. I was looking for a new car. I had told y'all like in one of my previous videos that I was, you know, looking to get a new car. I was tired of the car I had. I was very grateful for the car that I had. Been following me for a while. You know, I used to walk. I was contemplating back and forth if I wanted to go back to the guy that sold me my car, the previous car that I had, if I wanted to go back through him, or if I wanted to go to another dealership and just purchase a car that way. If you saw my previous video, it was like about a hosting that I had to do. Long story short, he ended up playing with me. Get there and he was like, oh no, I can't do it, or I don't have any cars for you to take. So basically played me. So I was like, I don't really want to go to him because he kind of played me. But then again, I was like, well, I could sell it back to him, like flip it on him, like, okay, now you gotta pay me. Ended up thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just sell it back to him, and then I'm just gonna go from there. So what I ended up doing was I ended up getting up on a Saturday with my son, and we went and we looked at cars. I went to 2 lots, I think. The first lot, I was like, they ain't really had nothing I wanted. So I started looking around, and I found this Ford Escape. When I got the truck, I contacted the guy and I was like, well, hey, I got a new car. I wanted to talk to you about selling the car back to you. He was like, oh, okay, that's fine, that's fine. The car lots are literally, y'all, like 2 minutes apart. Like they on the same little street. He had his worker or whatever come up there and get it and take it back to his lot. Let him just sell the car and then give me the money for it or whatever. But y'all know, if you saw my other video, this man is shady boots. Like, he is shady down. Like, he's shady, okay? He just kept on playing. And one thing about me, like, I'm an Aries. Like, I say that all the time in my videos. And if you're an Aries or know anybody that's an Aries, like, you know, we really don't play. We don't play. Like, we don't give you that. We give you, don't play with me. So this man decided to play with me. So just, girl, listen to the story. Don't skip it, girl. Listen to the story now. Listen as it unfolds, okay? It had been a day or two passed by, and I had kept calling him. I kept calling him like, hey, you know, is anybody looking at it? He was like, yeah, I got this girl coming up here today. You know, she coming to look at it, she gonna get it. He just kept giving me the runaround, like, yeah, I got somebody coming to look at it, da-da-da-da. And then one day he finally was like, yeah, I have somebody for sure that's coming to buy it today. I'm up here at this time, and then, you know, we'll do the paperwork and all that type of stuff. Now, I have to put in here, because I got to keep it 100 with y'all, I was riding dirty in this car for like a whole year, right? On one hand, I just, in my mind, I was like, I'm finna get a new one. I just didn't bother to go down there and get a tag if I was finna turn around and get a new car, but it just ain't never work out like that. So it was kind of irresponsible on my part, but then it was kind of like on him, because just keep listening, you're gonna see why. The whole tag, so I never got the car registered, tag, nothing. Very, very ghetto, very ghetto. So I went up there, me and my son, we sitting in the car, we chilling, I'm waiting, and I waited for like a whole hour, y'all. He was not even up there, talking about the girl up there. I called him, I'm like, hey, I'm here. He was like, oh, you here? I was like, yeah, I've been sitting up here for like an hour. The girl not coming? He was like, oh, she said she'll come in the morning. When he said that, I was like, you playing. He ended up being in the office. So he came out to where I was, and he seen my new truck because he hadn't seen it yet. Now keep in mind, my truck now, Banks, that's the name of my truck. Banks is a major upgrade from the car I had before. Like, it's a major upgrade, and I think it made him salty. It really, really made him salty, because he's like ugh, I don't even, girl, the disgust of it, girl. By this point, I think it had been like a whole week or almost a week since I got my new car, and I was just over it. Like, I wanted my coin, because if that's the case, I could just try to sell it myself, which is what I should have did. So if you're in this position, hopefully you'll hear this story time and you'll just sell it yourself. Like, you can go on Craigslist, Marketplace, on Facebook, which is what I end up doing. So I was on the phone with my friend at the time. I was like, bitch, he is playing with me. Like, I'm finna go ahead and just hop out the car and take a picture of my old car, and I'm finna put it on Facebook, and we just gonna see what it do. I'm gonna try to sell it like that. Girl, this is where the story get crazy. Do you hear me? This is where the story get crazy. So I took pictures of the front of the car, the side of the car, back of the car with the price on there, posted it on Facebook Marketplace. When I tell y'all, I had every bit of like 100 people blowing my phone up that whole night. I'm talking about blowing my phone up, and in my mind, I'm like, bro, I should have just did this from the beginning. I did not even have to entertain this man. I just did not, because he playing. What he was trying to do was he was gonna try to sell that car and keep the money for himself. I really think that's what he was trying to do. So thank God I did what I did, and I had the gut feeling to just go ahead and try to sell it myself. It was like almost 100 people messaging me like, when can I get a car? I'm ready now. I got the money now. I got the money now. So the next morning I got up, and this man called me. He was like, I got the money now. I'm at the bank now. Like, I'm on the way up there. So he was coming from like an hour away, I think. He was the only one that called me. So I was like, okay, this is the one I'm gonna go and send it to. Or it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, y'all. The dealer, that's the time he told me to come up there. We're gonna call him Tom. Tom told me to come up there at 8 o'clock. That's when he'll be there. Because remember, he was saying the other girl was coming to buy it. But little did he know, I already had my own plan working, okay? The man called me. He was like, yeah, I'm coming. So I get up and go. And when I go up there, I don't see Tom. He had the little open thing flashing on the door, but he was not there. I called the man. I'm like, where are you at? He was like, I'm on the way. And I'm like, well, just hold off just for a second, because I'm trying to get the key. I need the key and the paperwork and all that type of stuff so I can sell it to you. We can do the bill of sale and all that type of stuff. So he was like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting there. I wait for about 5 minutes, and I started to get upset, y'all. I started crying. Upset, I cry because I just be wanting to hurt somebody. And I'm be honest, like I was so mad. I'm like, I just felt like he was trying to play. I didn't feel like he was trying to play with me. He was playing with me at this point. Cause why you not here? But let me tell you how the Holy Ghost work. Let me tell you how the spirit moves in my car that day. Okay, boom. I was like, I started thinking. By the way, Tom is also a barber, and I know exactly where his barbershop is because, see, ooh, God is good. Ooh, I just want to shout right here because I forgot all about this. Okay, so when I used to pay off, when I used to make payments every 2 weeks on my old car, I used to go to his barbershop. That was like our meetup spot. We're gonna call him Billy. Okay, so we got Tom and Billy. Tom is the owner, Billy is the little worker. So the day I got my car, Billy came to pick up my old car and take it back to the lot, remember? So it's been sitting up there. And girl, also I found out after the fact that he was posting my car on Facebook and was setting up deals, but was telling me nobody wanted it. A whole week at this point. So I go down the street and I go to his barbershop. I don't go in, I just I sit there and I just wait. I wait. I was like, okay, well, he not here yet. And I was calling, I have to add too that he blocked me. He blocked me. If nothing else set off a red flag already, it was the fact that he blocked me. Because I forgot to tell y'all, before I left the house, I was calling him and he blocked me. I knew then that this whole little situation was finna go left. But I was like, let me see what it's giving, because I could be tripping. I can be a little dramatic, so I was like, let me just see. So by you blocking me, I go up to your car lot, you're not there, and you're not answering your phone, obviously, because I'm blocked. And then I go up to your barbershop. So now we at the barbershop, girl. So I'm sitting in the barbershop. I kept trying to call him, no answer. Obviously, I'm blocked. I'm still blocked. Okay. So I sit there. Around this time, it's like 8:30. So I'm like, he gonna pull up. I didn't leave. I was like, he gonna pull up. He finally pulled up, y'all. Oh, bitch. He pulled up. I'm talking about giving very much so uncle at the cookout. Like, this man is happy. Like, he ain't just blocked my phone and been dodging my calls all morning. Like, he is so happy. He hopped out that car. He was damn near crip walking. Like, he was like, hey everybody, what's going on? What's up, Tom? What's up, Billy? What's up? Like, he's talking to everybody, and I'm just like, he don't know I'm there. I'm sitting in my car. And I told my son, I said, watch this. Because, baby, one thing about it, don't play with me. When I first bought my car, you was trying to talk to me. You was being very much so creepish. Talking about, let me take you out to dinner. Let me do this. Let me do that. He was giving sugar daddy, but I ain't want no part. I let my window down. I was like, hey. Yeah. Hello. Hey. I've been calling you. Oh, yeah. You've been calling my phone. And, bitch, when I say, he was so shocked. Like, he seen a whole ghost. Like, he saw Michael Jackson moonwalking in the flesh. Like, that's what he was like, Yeah, because you're not finna play with me. See, and this the thing about it. Women, when you going to get a car, please take a man with you. I don't care if it's your brother, your uncle, your ex, your baby daddy, classmate, a preacher. Bitch, you could take an astronaut. As long as he is a man, take him with you, okay? Because men really do feel like they can get over on women. And I learned this firsthand. So I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get the key to the car or whatever. Because I got somebody who finna buy it. Cause yeah, he was like, oh, okay. And when he heard that, he already knew he was not finna give me them keys. Cause you gotta keep in mind, he want to sell this car. He didn't want, that's the whole point. That's the whole reason it got to this point. Cause he did not want me to sell it. Because then he knew I was not finna give him a dime. I was not finna give him a dime of my money. You feel me? So the man was like, nah, he kept trying to stall me off so he could sell the car and then just try to make it seem like nobody wanted to buy it. But he really sold it. Yeah. Like, let me try to call Billy. Billy is the worker. He was like the same worker that came and picked up the car. Yeah. So he was like, let me try to call him. I said, oh, I already went up there. There's nobody there. He was like, yeah, Billy up there. I said, no, he's not. I already went up there. He just kept lying, and it was pissing me off, like, second by second. Like, the more he kept talking, I was pissed. Trying to act like he was calling Billy, and he was talking about Billy's phone was off, and da-da-da-da, Billy. And then he tried to basically shoo me away. Go back up to the lot. He'll be up there in a minute. And he walked off.
Hey, buddy. He in there?
Yeah, he right there.
He high now. Give me a few minutes, he'll be up there. Huh? Hold on. Yeah. He'll be up there. Give me a few minutes. Okay. I'll be here.
And started talking to other people that were sitting in front of the barbershop and went back in the barbershop. Like, bye. Huh? Baby. Oh, you finna walk away from me? 911. I mean, now you playing. And now I got to show you the picture. Now the whole Mobile, Alabama finna come about me. And that's on period. Like, you finna really see what it's hitting for. Cause you thought all of this was something like, oh, okay, let me just go up to the lot and wait. Bitch, first of all, no. It was raining. It was early Saturday morning. I had my child with me. You playing with my coin. And keep in mind, during this whole little thing, the whole time I'm sitting outside of the barbershop talking to him, the man that wants to buy the car is steady calling me. And I feel so bad for him because he seemed like a real cool man. He had a little family. You feel me? His little son, his wife was with him. He just said he needed another car. He really wanted it real bad. And out of everybody who hit me up that night before wanted to buy it, he was not playing. So, and I respected it. But I called the police. I was like, yes, ma'am. I'm at such and such. I explained the situation, trying to sell the car. The car is in my name. And this man is holding the key from me. He won't give it to me. I have a buyer who is waiting to buy it. And I need somebody to come up here and force him to give me the key. Give me the paperwork so I can sell this car and I can go on about my business. I say they pulled up in about 3 minutes. It was less than 5. Them people pulled up. It was 2 cars actually, to be quite frank with you. It was like 2 cars. They pulled up. I hopped up out the car, so my baby, I said, because my baby already know I don't play. I said, baby, Mom, be right back. I hopped up out that car. It was giving ghetto. It was giving an episode of Cops. Yeah, it was a lady cop, and it was about 5 or 6, I want to say, male cops. I started explaining the situation to her. Went in there and got him. I described him, and they went in there and got him. He came outside. When I say he was pissed, bitch, he was pissed. He was so mad. He was real mad, because he was like, this bitch done called the police. Yeah, stop playing with me. He was like, what's going on? What's going on, officers? What's going on? Oh, she called the police. This about that car. I said, yes, it is. I said, you finna stop playing with me. I said, you need to give me the keys because I got somebody that's finna buy it. And I said, and you blocked my number. What you to do is just give me the keys. Give me the keys to the car and I can go on about my way. You can go back in there and push people line up back. Is what you can go do. He was like, yeah, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. So I think he called Billy up there, the worker. He called Billy up there, the one that was supposed to be at the shop, the one that was supposed to, the one whose phone was supposedly off. Oh, his phone worked then because the police made him call him. He was like, yeah, we'll get to you. So he got up there. He looking like, what's going on? Your boss is a fraud. And you a fraud too because you by association. So period. So they both looking at each other like, oh. The police was like, all right, so we just gonna trail you up there to the shop. to the car lot so you can get the stuff, and we'll just go to make sure that, you know, everything is good between you and the new buyer, you know, everything goes smooth, you know, basically so they can know everything okay. So we went to the car lot. The man was up there. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm so sorry. Like, I feel so bad. I was apologizing to him, you know, about first of all, having him wait. He was real understanding. But when I pulled up, the police was with me, and the worker, Billy, had went into the car lot, and he got the paperwork or whatever, and he gave me the key. And then the police was standing right there. She was like, just, you know, double check everything, make sure you got everything, so you know, you'll be good. I do have to add, like I told y'all, the ghetto-ness of it. A couple of weeks before all of this, before I even got my new car, before the hosting and everything, this was before the hosting, I was at a Walmart. He actually saw the car, he saw my car, and he put his card on it. I got back from coming out of Walmart, I saw the car, and I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, that's crazy that he saw the car, da da da. And before I got to pull off, he pulled up, which is kind of weird now looking back on it. He pulled up beside me, was like, hey, da da da. I said, you still ain't got a tag. Which I really, looking back on it, I really had been trying to call him so I can get the paperwork, because he did have like which is so shady now looking back on it. He had the title, like application or whatever, so you can go get the car registered and stuff like that. He still had it to add that part in there, because that's what made me like get back in contact with him and made me think about asking him if can I use the car for the hosting. And then, you know, it kind of led into all of that. He kept the title, all of that. So the car was still registered to him technically. He did a bill of sale to me. I paid him $1,500, and I have all my receipts, and I paid him I think like $150 every 2 weeks or something till it was paid off, the full $2,200. But I never got it registered in my name. I never got a tag for it or nothing, basically. So technically, if you looking back on it, if we being real technical about it, he still was the owner to the car, you feel me? But so really he scammed me, because I paid him all that money and I still didn't get. It was like irresponsible on my part, but he still was shady on his part, if that makes sense. So fast forward to the new man. I did a bill of sale. I know I gave him a receipt, and that was the end of that. Well, I'm thinking it's all good. I'm like, this is just the craziest experience. Bitch, we're gonna call the man who bought the car from me. We're gonna call him Jimmy. So we got Tom, Billy, and Jimmy. Okay. Jimmy called me a couple of days later and was like, I'm having an issue. Ooh, it's just so ghetto, girl. It just gets so ghetto. I really hope you are just following along. Cause I'm getting stressed out even thinking about it. Like, ooh. He was like, I'm having trouble getting a tag for this car. I was like, what you mean? He was like, ooh, girl. He was like, I tried to give them the bill of sale that you gave me. Basically, my bill of sale wasn't good enough. He was like, can you contact Tom and see what's going on so I can get this car registered so I can get a tag? I don't think I called that man, because keep in mind, I just called the police on him, so I just did not want no parts. So he ended up calling the man, and they had a little side conversation, and the man, Tom, was telling him that he had to pay. It was something, which to this day, telling this story, I don't know all of the backstory of what Tom had going on, which was a whole lot of shadiness. Like, even if you try to Google this car lot, it will not come up. Like, I don't even understand. I don't even think this is like a legitimate business, to be honest with you. Like, I just don't know. So basically, Tom was trying to get Jimmy to pay him like $500 extra, and I was like, are you serious? Folk, I don't even know the ins and outs, but it was something to do with like some money that Tom owed on the car or something like that. I really don't know. Jimmy called me and he was like, yeah, he want me to pay this, he want me to pay that. And I was like, no, you shouldn't have to pay that. Like, that's crazy. But at this point, I'm over it. Like, I'm done. Like, I got my coin. Like, I'm just glad to be out of the situation, but I really am not out of the situation because I'm in the middle. Like, I bought a car from you. You never gave me the paperwork. I never went to go get it registered. So it's technically yours. It was weird. It was weird. So he was like, Jimmy was like, can you please call him? He wants you to call him. Bitch. I called, and sure enough, he had me all blocked, didn't y'all? He had me all blocked. He took me all blocked. I called him, and he was heated, baby. He was so mad. He was so mad. He was like, yeah, I can't believe you called the police on me. I can't believe that. That's fucked up. You shouldn't have did that. I can't believe you did that shit. You wrong. You wrong. He was like, yeah, nah, since you want to play like that, I'm gonna call the police and report the car stolen. And I'm like, I don't care, cause I ain't got the car. Yeah, the money that I got for the car is spent, baby. So what you wanna do about it? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? He was bluffing. Girl, I was finna get a lawyer. I was on Fashion Nova looking for me a little suit. He was like, yeah. So he had all the words. And I told him this. This is what I told him. After he was going off. Now, you know, one thing about me, if you don't know me personally and you don't really even been watching me or nothing like that, my mouth is real slick. Like, real, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Talking about a weapon? Oh, my God. Yeah. So, but I didn't give him that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really been doing a lot of work on myself. And it's just been a long road. And I'm just thank God for Jesus. Because, baby, he's really been working on me. I said, you are a very, very shady person. You're a very bad person. But I really hope that God has mercy on your soul. And you have a nice day. Okay? And before he was steady going off, and I just hung up the phone. And I left it at that. I think that was on a weekend. Maybe like a week later when that happened. So the man called me and I told him that I would go Monday. I'm going to go up there to the tag place and just see what I can do as the middleman to try to help this man out, because I genuinely felt bad that I brought him into this situation. You know what I'm saying? If I would have had kept my key and just posted it on Facebook or wherever and sold it, you know, I could have got but it's still, I honestly think it would have been issues because of who this man is and what he's all about. You know what I'm saying? It would have just been some mess, period. I go in and I explained it to the lady because I had the VIN number and I went through all my paperwork, found my receipts for when I paid him, got the VIN number and did all of that type of stuff. But she was like, yeah, even with all that, it's nothing you can do. So she ran the VIN number in the system and saw that they were at an auction. She was like, yeah, this car is actually at an auction right now. They're trying to auction it off or whatever. That man's just, ugh. I was like, what? Jimmy was gonna have to go through Tom to get this all straight. Like, it was literally out of my hands. There was nothing I could do. You feel me? So I get out to the car. I call him and I'm like, hey, I just spoke to them. They're saying that it's nothing that, you know, I can do. I'm explaining to him exactly what the lady told me. Do you know this man was at the car lot with Tom already? They was together. He all in the background going off like, yeah. Tell her this, tell her that, tell her this, tell her that. I said, well, listen, let me tell you something. When you're not with him, you can call me back and me and you can have a conversation. But I'm not finna deal with him throwing a tantrum in the background. Like, it's giving very much so love and hip hop in the back. And I just don't want to deal with it. You feel me? And this time, it was time for me to go get my son from school. Let me calm down. I'm just gonna go pick up my son and let them handle it, basically. So I was on the way to go pick up my son. He called me back. It's like, well, they told me at the tag place that the car was like at an auction or something. He was like, yeah, that was us. Are you dumb? That man was playing him. Tom was definitely playing Jamie, but you like it, I love it. If you want to get played, that's what you're gonna do. You feel me? So to this day, I don't know how they worked it out, but I took myself out of it after that. Like, I was like, oh, didn't tell you this. Then he was like, yeah, that was me, da da da. I was like, well, yeah, that's fine. Whatever y'all want to do, basically, it is what it is. He gonna tell me, yeah, can you just pay X amount of dollars? What? Who? Where? Like, bitch, I'm not paying the motherfucking thing. Like, are you joking? Cause it's not funny. Like, the joke didn't hit. The joke did not hit. I don't know if you was joking or not, but bitch, I ain't paying the motherfucking thing. And that's on me. Yeah. No. I guess that was just my very, very ghetto story time. It was a little long-winded. I know I was only supposed to have 2 minutes up here at the podium, Pastor, but yeah, I had to tell y'all this full story because it was juicy. And after that day, I just really let it go. Like, the whole little lawsuit, taking him to court, I was like, whatever. Like, I'm enjoying my new truck. You feel me? Look back on situations like that, and just situations of like being homeless, situations of not even having a car, period, let alone having drama about a car. You feel me? Like, just to go from walking and having to depend on people and just being able to put myself and my son in a position where we're doing so much better. Everything is not great. And I want to say this too, to end this video off. Like, you know what? Even if things are not perfect, even if you don't have everything that you want right now, even if you don't have the car, the house, or whatever materialistic things, if you don't have that, just look at where you came from and let that motivate you and let that humble you. Just show gratitude to God and thank him for where he brought you from. I drove around in a car I hated, to be honest. I did all of that and it humbled me, and now I'm in the car I actually want. Just be grateful for everything that you have. Like literally just be grateful. And just be careful and use discernment, because if I wouldn't have made the moves I made, I never would have got that situation handled. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.